Hello friends, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to learn the basics of Excel. This video will focus on those who are new to Excel and want to learn Excel. If you already know the basics and want to explore more, you are also welcome. So, these are the topics we are going to cover in this video. So, let's see the first point. This is about sheets. So we need to add, remove, rename the sheets. So let's do that. So this is the Excel sheet. So this is the Excel sheet, and this is sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. You can add sheets from here. You can click this and you get the sheet 4. Or if you want to remove the sheet, you can just right click on the sheet and you can delete. Okay, that sheet has been deleted. You can rename the sheet from here. Okay, so you can rename the sheet name like this. Okay, so we added the sheet, we removed the sheet and we renamed the sheet. Let's see the second point. The second point is change cell size. Okay, so this is cell, each of these box, these are cells. Okay, so you can select multiple cells. You can select the cells in the rows. You can select the cells in the column. Okay, so change cell size means you can change the size of the cell. Like, you see, this is how you change the cell size. Okay, and you can change this way also. You can change the cell size vertically as well as horizontally. Okay, and if you need to change the size of these 5 columns and you want all of them to be the same size, then first you select this, and if you change the size like this, see, the size of all the selected columns have been changed. Similarly, if you do horizontally, and let's change the size, see, this is how you can change the size. Okay, let's go to the next point, add letters. Okay, so add letters is like, you can add a, it's up to you. Click the corresponding cell and you can write the letters. You can type anything, right? So this is how you add letters in any cell. If you add a sentence like this is a beautiful world, okay, so it will be like this. Okay, and you can change the size accordingly as per your need. Okay, suppose you do not change the size and leave it like this, and if you type something here, the part of the text which was going to the next cell is hidden now because the next cell has its own value or text. Let me delete this. So this is add letters. Let's go to the next point, add numbers. Okay, so add number is also same, like 1, you can put 2, you can put anything. Okay, you can enter the numbers horizontally or vertically, it's up to you. Okay, you can add the numbers like this. Okay, but if the number is very big, then it displays the number like this. To see the actual number, select this cell and you will see the number here. For every cell, you can see the number here. Okay, similarly for the text also, suppose I type something and if you select that cell, you see the text here. Okay, let me delete this. Okay, let's move on to the next point. Copy letters by dragging. Okay, and this means suppose you have A, you have B, you have C, so if you select all these three and see, if you move your cursor at this corner, you will see the plus icon, and if you press your mouse and drag downwards, you will copy the letters or characters or text like this. Similarly, you can copy on this side also. Suppose let me copy this. See, you can copy like this. Okay, so this is how you can copy easily in Excel. Similarly, you can add numbers. Suppose you add numbers 1, 2, 3, right? And if you do the same thing like with characters, you see the number is increasing, right? And see, the number will increase like this. Okay, but if you click this arrow and if you select, now it is this one, but if you select this copy cells, see, it will be copy only. But if you select this field series, then it will be like this. Similarly, when dragging horizontally also you can do the same thing. See, if you select this one, it will be like this, but if you select this one, it will be like this. Okay, so these are letters and numbers. So we also saw copy numbers by dragging, right? Copy numbers by dragging, this is what we saw, right? And this, okay. Okay, let me delete all this. And if you want to delete the cell, suppose you want to delete all these three columns, then select like this. If you select from here, it will select a whole column, but if you select from here, it will select the segment, with whatever segment or portion of the screen or portion of the Excel file, that portion only will be selected. But if you select from here, it will select the whole column. Similarly, if you select from here, it will select the whole rows. Okay, so let me delete these three columns. I select these three columns and delete. Okay, so what I did was I selected three columns and I right click the mouse, I get this list and I selected delete. Okay, so it is deleted. Similarly, if you want to delete something here, same thing, you can select the rows and right click the mouse and you can press delete. Okay, so we also saw, let me comment it somewhere, delete rows and columns. Okay, let's move on to the next point. Fill up the numbers by dragging vertically and horizontally. Okay, six. So this we already saw. Suppose if you enter something here, right, and if you do like this, it will fill the numbers like this, but if you select this, it will be like this. Similarly, horizontally also we saw, right? So if you select copy, it will be like this. If you select field series, it will be like this. So this is what this point is talking about. Let's move on to the next point. Fill up days, months by dragging. Okay, let me show you. So days, month, let me delete this. So suppose you type Sunday, and if you see Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so this is how you get, like you just entered Sunday, and what we did was move the cursor here, and when the plus icon appears, press the mouse and drag downwards. Similarly, you can pull or drag horizontally. Or you can write like Sunday, okay? If you write Sunday and drag, it will show like this. Similarly, horizontally also, it will show like this, okay? So this is for days, and for months, you can type like January, right? And if you type January and if you drag like this, see, you will see all the months here. You can drag vertically as well as horizontally, okay? Or you can write the full month like January, right? And if you drag, it shows the months like this, and you get the similar result when you drag horizontally. This is what this point is talking about, okay? Let me delete this. Let's move on to the next point. Make the text bold, italic, underline. Okay, so suppose you have something here. Okay, you have something here, and select this cell, and if you press this bold, it will be bold. To unbold, you can press the bold again, it will be unbold. If you press italic, it will be italic, if you see here, okay? To remove italic, click italic again. If you want to underline, click underline here, okay? So it is underlined. To remove underline, click again, okay? Let's add 2 lines of text in the cell. For that, double click this cell, and your cursor is at the end of the sentence, and if you press Alt and Enter, you will see a new line. This is a new line, okay? Let's see. So now you have 2 lines in this, and suppose you want to maybe make this much only bold. See, select that word or part of the sentence, whatever you want to make bold, select that part only. Suppose you want to make this italic, select that and press italic, right? This is italic. If you want to underline, if you want to, suppose you want to underline this, select that and see, it is underlined, right? Okay, so we covered this line. Make the text bold, italic, underline, okay? Let's move on to the next point. Color the cells and text. Color the cell and text. Suppose you want to color this, click that cell, and here, if you see here, if you want to change the color, click this down arrow icon, and you can change to any color. See, as you move your cursor, it will change to that color, and just pick whichever you like, okay? This is coloring a single cell. If you want to color a certain segment, then select like this, and if you, since it is already yellow, if you click here, it will be yellow, but if you want a different color, see, you can change a different color, okay? Suppose you want to highlight this text, then you can go to here and you can highlight like this, okay? Let's move on to the next point. Copy paste text or cell or, okay, so let me also show you one more point. Color text, okay? Let me show you one more point. Let's go here. Suppose you have this text, okay? and you want to change the color of this text. If you click here, the color of the cell will change. And if you want to change the color of certain segment, you select the segment and you can change the color like this. And to remove the color, you select the segment or the cell and click no fill here like this. So the color is gone. But now we want to change the color of the text. So select the text and here, see, it is already showing red. If you click here, it will be red. But suppose if you want a different color, you can click this arrow icon pointing downwards, and whatever color you select, the color of the text will change accordingly. Okay, let me delete this and let me show you the next point. So we covered color the cells and text, and oh sorry, it is already there, so let me remove this. Okay, copy paste text or cell or cells. Okay, let me show you. So the number, so copy paste text or cell. Suppose you have written something testing somewhere here, right? So if you just select the cell and if you right click your mouse and copy and select another cell and paste, see, this is copied to here. And once you select it, you can paste multiple times. Okay, and you can cut also. If you cut, see, then and you paste here, then it is moved because this is cut. Previously it was copy. Suppose you want to select everything in this area, then you first select the area, then you can copy or cut, it's up to you. Let's select copy, and suppose you want to paste here, let's paste it here. The size of the row or the size of the column or the size of the cell will not be copied. It only copies the content in the selected area. Let's highlight the area with certain color and copy this. And let's paste here. See, it copies the color of the background also. Okay. Similarly, if text is colored, then it will copy the color of the text also. Suppose we paste here, see, okay. So this is how it works. I'm doing undo. Okay. So, and see, it is still showing this. To remove this, you need to press escape key in the keyboard. Okay, let's move on to the next point. Copy paste entire row or rows. Okay, 11. Copy paste entire row or rows. Okay, so what happens is, suppose you have something here, you have type 1, you have type maybe ABC, maybe this is right thing to do. Okay, so you have these three things in this row. Okay, or maybe you have something here, true, or maybe you have some numbers here. Okay, so this row has this much data or text or number. Suppose you want to copy everything in this row, then select the row. Okay, and you can cut also, you can copy also. Okay, so select copy and move wherever you want. Okay, suppose you want to paste here. Okay, so what will happen is, if you want to paste here, just 1 minute, let me show you differently. Okay, suppose you have this, you copy this and here you paste it. Select the first cell in the row wherever you want to paste. Right click the mouse and paste. You see like this, okay? Suppose you want to copy both of these rows, then select both of these, copy, and suppose you want to paste here on the first column, first cell, select that and right click the mouse. You get this list and you can paste. See, you paste like this, okay? But what will happen is, suppose this is 1 2 and 3 4 like this, okay? Suppose you copy this, okay, and if you paste here, suppose you paste here, so that replace the previous row with this new data, right? You are still getting this. Let's press the escape key. So what I am trying to show you is, so this is one way of pasting, but suppose you copy this and suppose you select this whole row, not the single cell, select the whole row, right click the mouse, okay, and if you see here, insert copied cell. If you press this, what will happen? Let's see. See, these two have been added here and it pushes this to below this. Means it inserted these two rows here wherever you selected. Okay. So this is how it works. Okay. So copy paste the entire row or rows. So we copied and pasted single entire row and multiple entire rows. Let's see next point. Insert a row or rows. Okay. Let me copy it here. Insert a row. Suppose we have this much data. Suppose you want to insert one row here. Select the row like this. Right click the mouse. And if you see here, insert. Press insert. See, one row has been inserted here wherever you had selected. Okay, now you can type whatever you want to type, right? It's up to you, whatever you want to type, right? However you want to use this row, you can use, right? Insert the copied row or rows. Insert the copied row or rows as I already showed you. You can copy a single row, and if you insert the copied cell, see, it will move the previous rows downward and it inserts this copied row here, right? Or you can copy more than one row, and suppose you want to insert here. Let's insert here. Insert copied cells. See, it inserts here. Okay. So this is how it works. Suppose you want to delete. Okay. If you want to delete, you can delete single row, or if you want to delete more than one row, you can select like this and right click the mouse and you will get the list like this, and you can delete from here. We deleted the two rows which we had selected. So it is like this. And we also saw delete rows and columns, like you can delete if you want to delete like this. See, so these two should be deleted. If you select here, it will select the whole column. If you select here, it will select the single cell only, but if you select here, it will select the whole column. And right click the mouse and delete. So it deletes. Similarly, you can delete here. Select the rows and right click the mouse and click delete, and the selected rows will be deleted. and we also covered this. So in this tutorial of Excel we covered these 14 points. That is all in this video. Thank you for watching.